from O'Hare Airport here in Chicago. It is June 17th, 2025, and I am headed to Naples, Italy on American Airlines 787-800. I arrived here from Tampa with no time to spare. They're already boarding this flight, and let's just flip the camera around and get started. I'm flying in business class on this flight. I booked this for 72,000 American AAdvantage miles, about 36 hours before departure. I had previously been in the Economy Plus cabin. Here's the aircraft, hull number N885BP, 787-800 Dreamliner, delivered to American Airlines in 2023.
Have your passport in hand when you board the aircraft. Thank you.
Biometric boarding, all right.
Leslie, hi, look at
Hello.
the camera, sir.
Good.
Alexander,
Very
enjoy
good,
your flight, sir.
thank you. Okay, this is American Airlines Flight 180 on June the 17th, 2025, from O'Hare Airport in Chicago to Naples, Italy. And it's blocked at 8 hours and 55 minutes. Hi. Excellent, thank you. And we're in 5A. Alright, so on board. Not terribly thrilled with the seat, but we chose this seat because of the forward and rear facing version of this cabin that has vibration on a lot of the seats that are paired up. 5A is one that is not paired up, but in this case we got the configuration with all forward facing seats. I like the slippers edition, that's a nice touch. Also have this bedding package, which we'll take apart once we get up in the air. Flight attendants just came around with the amenity kit, which we'll go over. And also came with noise canceling headphones, but I have my own, so I'll just probably put these right back. This flight's booked for 8 hours and 55 minutes. So we should get a pretty good night's rest. We're departing at 8:25 p.m., although we're a little bit behind, I think. That should get us into Naples a little after 1 p.m. local time. So I should look forward to a pretty good dinner service. I rebooked this flight a couple of times, so there was no ability to pre-order. So I'm going to be stuck with whatever was left. Okay, so we have seat controls, lights, overhead lamp. I think that's a reading lamp. They've redesigned this, which is the release of the tray table. Several positions. It's a nice redesign compared to the old. But reading lamp.
I'm fine. So here's our menu for the entire flight. Entree choices for dinner are right there.
Excellent.
I'll be back in a while to find out what you want.
Lovely, thank you. All right.
I'll be back to find out what you want. And this is good. Welcome aboard. So here's the menu. Entree choices for dinner right there. And I'll be back for a while to find out what you want.
Okay. Just a quick look at the amenity kit. Information. Earplugs. Rental kit. hand and body lotion.
And I don't have the beef.
Eye mask. And back.
Move on.
Overheard there's no more beef. Huh?
No more beef and no more fish, so I'm down to chicken and pasta.
Wow, like,
Did you know you can pre-order when you sit up here?
I rebooked like 36 hours ago,
Oh.
so it was
No,
the chicken would be fine.
right.
Yeah. And right, so what did I hear about the express meal you said?
They're all express.
Okay.
There's an option there. I don't know why they don't know. I guess they don't know what time this particular
Right.
flight is leaving when they do the menu. But how late it is, it's already, the kitchen's already set everybody up for the express.
Okay, very good. Bit of sparkling wine. So got a bit of view of the footwell bag sword there. Those shoes. I'm already in my slippies. With my dinner order squared away, it was time to explore the in-flight entertainment system. I always like looking at the air show. Here's our proposed path. We'll take a look at the actual path when we land. The flight did have Wi-Fi. Even in business class, there was a cost for this. It was, I think, about $20 for the entire flight. I have a Barclay card that reimburses that, but I also experienced some connectivity problems and had to seek a refund anyway. The entertainment system had a pretty good variety of movies and TV shows. Some of them are fairly recent, some old ones too. You're not going to catch up with your latest favorites watching this, but you will be spoiled for entertainment while on this Dreamliner flight. Each seat had its own controls for overhead lights and its own overhead vents. Now it's time for dinner service. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
Okay, thank you. This was a pretty good business class meal. It had about a 4-ounce piece of chicken, some scalloped potatoes, some good sauces, as well as some nice salads. And who can't forget the American Airlines sundae?
There you go.
Thank you. The American Airlines business class seat isn't the most comfortable bed you'll ever be in, but it is one of the most comfortable beds in the sky. I got a great night's rest, probably about 4.5 hours of sleep. I really enjoyed the bedding that was provided. Had a really good pillow, good blanket. This shot is actually from after I woke up. I was pretty convinced I wouldn't fall back asleep, so I wanted to get some shots of the bed and some more of the seat. Also a little bit in the cabin while everybody was resting and the flight attendants were not scurrying around with meal service. Now it's time to check out the bathroom. The forward bathroom on this flight was not particularly nice. It was about the size of an economy bathroom farther back in the plane. Had a few touches that made it out to be a business class. It had upgraded soap and lotion. Some touches on the walls are a bit different, but really not that different. Here's a quick view of the premium economy cabin where I was originally supposed to be seated. And yes, I did wave back to that kid. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Breakfast was served about an hour and a half before arrival. It was quite good. Nothing special. An omelet, some fruit. We've now arrived a little bit early, actually, 10 minutes early, into Naples Airport. It was an easy disembark. Directly behind my seat was the exit to the airplane. When we were first getting off, I realized we were not at a jet bridge and assumed we would be getting on a bus. That had been happening to me a lot lately, and I just assumed that's what would be. But as we got down the air stairs, it was clear there was no bus, and we would instead be going into the terminal by our own 2 feet. As you can see, several other flights were entering the same customs area as we were, including a Ryanair flight that had just arrived. It's really kind of shocking that the 4th largest airport in Italy, and an airport serving a metro area of 3 million people, doesn't have a single jet bridge. This was a really anticlimactic way to end this trip. Really didn't feel like a premium product from American here. I'm walking across a hot tarmac, fighting for position against the passengers from several budget airlines. The ground situation here in Naples might be something to consider when you're weighing flying into either Rome or Naples. Might also be a consideration if you have any mobility issues or you're carrying heavy bags. As we come into the terminal, let's talk a bit about the pros and cons of this flight. American Airlines has a very good hard product. Their seats and bedding are very consistent across the fleet and are some of the best options for a good night's rest. That said, my seat had no window, so maybe something to avoid if you have the choice between seat 5A and another one in the business class cabin. The food was also pretty good. On the downside, the amenity kit was really lacking. The only thing I used out of it was the toothbrush and dental kit, and I can't really look past the poor terminal and ground situation here at the Naples airport. With that, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you got value from this video, please hit like and consider a subscribe to the channel. For a small YouTuber, your support means a great deal. I hope you have a pleasant trip to Italy, and happy travels.